And you know what? It's probably even yeah. I guess if you're skipping cardio, then that means that you at least do it on a regular enough basis to skip it. You wouldn't say someone's skipping school if they're just a dropout, right? So I think when I say there's a lot of cardio skippers out there, it's almost not even the right term. I think the real term is like there's a lot of cardio delinquents who it was never even in their mind in the first place to go do it. I'm not joking. You only have positives to gain from adding consistent cardio into your routine. I say it enough. I don't want to do like a whole cardio speech, but dude, I'm serious. If you're having a plateau, or maybe you're bulking up and you're getting a little bit too soft, or you can tell that in your training, some of your sets, you have to end the set because you got winded and not because you really hit muscular failure, that might be a little bit more important for like heavy lifts like squats. You're not really going to get winded and have to drop the dumbbells during a set of lateral raises. But you get what I'm saying. The only negative, the only fucking negative that's associated with doing your cardio I'm not even going to say daily. You should. Obviously, daily's the best. But even me, I have some days where I don't do it. Like, if I'm only going to get a little bit of sleep, then in the morning I will sleep in a little bit just to get a bit more recovery, or whatever. But on a more often than not basis, you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm sitting on the cardio bike pedaling. Oh yeah, I don't know why I went on a little tangent. The only negative is the fact that you just have to do it. Oh my goodness, come on, are you guys for real? I'm not you, so you can do whatever the hell you want. But just because you can do whatever you want doesn't mean I'm not going to judge you for it. So that's my final note. Home, food, more food, probably even more food, sleep, and then repeat. There is a sort of give and take with the workout, in a sense of course, you need to bring some intensity to the table, right? Obviously. But if the movements that you're doing feel good to go at, right? If you can really squeeze hard and get a good, just concentrated squeeze on the top of a bicep curl, or if you're doing incline bench and you can actually feel your pecs firing, mind muscle connection style, right? If everything is just clicking, then it's kind of going to be like a positive feedback loop, because the harder you go, the more enjoyable your sets are going to be, because like, oh dude, this feels fucking sweet, and then you're more hyped to hit the next one, right? So not only do I think that kind of on the fly adjustment is going to improve your actual training, right, just on an objective level, but your subjective like enjoyment of the lift, dude, I'm not going to say it's going to like triple, but if you're doing a lift where every set you're actually fucking satisfied with it at the end, compared to a lift where every set you're like, oh, this fucking, where it just feels like work, dude. I mean, that's almost a rhetorical hypothetical. Obviously, which one's going to be better. So I think that's my I almost said final and finishing at the same time. That's going to be my final note there. So, plan for tomorrow, it's going to be cardio. I'm losing my mind with my mouth right now. Cardio and calves in the morning, and then arms in the evening. So back on our actual 4-day split routine. But come on, man. You're seriously skipping your cardio? I don't know why I haven't tried this row machine. This thing is fucking sweet. Actually, I think I do know why. Usually, the handles on these are like underhanded. So it's kind of like, it's almost impossible to really get a good grip with straps with both hands, because it's tricky enough to get a strap on with one hand anyway. So trying to put one on backwards and then the other one, it just kind of fucks with you. But this one, it's got kind of an overhanded grip. So I'm not going to try to go crazy with the weight, just 2.5 plates. And I'm going to be very methodical with the squeeze, to the point where I want to like even hold it for a second, which I know is maybe against my character, but not exactly, Like, look, I love a heavy set. Like, I love throwing the stack around on pull downs, swing a little bit with partials, but you can't just do the same kind of training style all the time. So contradicting all of those sets, I like to do at least a few slower, lighter weight squeezing sets and get a really good burn. Because sure, I can get a good back pump throwing some weight around, but honestly, really stopping and squeezing hard, that's what I've noticed gives me the most, well, let's just say immediate volume in the pump, which I say is going to pretty strongly correlate with gains. Let's go a little heavier, but same style. That might have been just a little too light. Okay. Let's do a little rest pause, a few seconds. The set after this, I'm going to add another plate and just do a dirty one. Okay. Okay. One more here. Okay. This machine is going to add it to the back routine for sure. This thing is fucking sweet. I can't believe I've never tried this before. At least not in the past few years. But let's do some kind of something. Back's almost done. A lot of squeezing sets today. I'm going to do the same thing here. Not going for the stack, just 200. Actually, should I go even lighter? No, I did a feeler rep, 200 will be good. So instead of just trying to muscle reps, I want to be methodical, get to the bottom and like have a little moment of squeeze and then, do the next rep. So of course, a little bit of partials at the end, but that's a given. Okay. Oh, one more a little lighter than that. I think a superset is in order. So if this feels good, this will be it. If I think I need one more set after this, then of course I'll do one more. But premise is kind of I saw a video of Callum von Moger, OG days, doing these. He was doing them as a warm-up, but I kind of like them. Like, I love throwing the stack around on pull downs, swing a little bit with partials, but you can't just do the same kind of training style all the time. So contradicting all of those sets, I like to do at least a few slower, lighter weight squeezing sets and get a really good burn. Because sure, I can get a good back pump throwing some weight around, but honestly, really stopping and squeezing hard, that's what I've noticed gives me the most, well, let's just say immediate volume in the pump, which I say is going to pretty strongly correlate with gains. Let's go a little heavier, but same style. That might have been just a little too light. Okay. Let's do a little rest pause, few seconds.